Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. Today's video we are going to do a continuation of what I've been showing lately, which is my favorites. I've done some favorite slabs in the past already, but today we are going to start the raw. I have more raw books, so I figured I will start with them. So if you want to see some of my favorite raw books that I have in my collection, tune in after the short video intro. Okay, see you. And we're back. Thank you very much again for joining me today. Comic Sniper here, along with my trusty sidekick, my lovable Flying Iron Man Mark III. And together we're very happy to be able to show you some of my favorites. This is my series, I guess, my favorites collection. So in the past I have done favorite slabs, both Marvel and DC, of course. I have more Marvel in my collection, but definitely I don't dislike DC. I do have DC as well in my collection, so yeah, I've done that. And I also showed some of my, I don't have very many again, but I did show some signature books that I have, both raw and slabbed as well. So put those together, you got slaw. All right. So anyways, but today we're going to be doing raw books, which means they're not slabbed. And then since I have a lot more raw books, I figured I'll split them up into the different ages. So today we are going to cover the Silver Age, and which will feature both Marvel and DC. So we're going to just put them together, just going to separate it by age. So today we're going to do the Silver Age, which consists of basically the years 1956, I believe, if from what I remember, anyways, you know, memory serves me correct, to 1970. So if that is correct, that's the date for Silver Age, and then after that will come. Sorry, before that was the Golden Age. Now I don't have enough Golden Age books to be able to do a whole video, so I thought I might as well just start with the Silver Age. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So first up, we're going to show you, now these are not going to be in any specific order per se, but I will feature my favorite Silver Age books, my most favorite ones at the back. So but the rest of these, the front ones, are just kind of in general order, so nothing specific. So the first one being Fantastic Four, number 45. Well, check that out. Now the significance of this book, if you don't already know, is this is the first appearance of the Inhumans. Even though parts of the Inhumans was already shown in earlier Fantastic Four. Let's say, for instance, Medusa, her first appearance was in 36, and I believe as well as Karnak, is it? In an earlier, in 44, I believe, but they weren't mentioned as Inhumans. I mean, I don't have the, plus I don't have those copies, so I don't quite exactly know, but I did have them before. But this is the more sought after one, because it's actually naming them as the Inhumans. But and then of course this is also the Black Bolt's cameo, which becomes the first appearance, is number 46, his first full appearance. My copy here is not super high grade. I actually have one of this at CGC right now. I'm waiting for it to come back. That is being slabbed, the better of the two copies that I have. Now this is also featured in my video of cool down books that if you're able to pick up at a good price, I would suggest you do so, because they have gone down in price quite a bit since Marvel tried to put a series together, a TV series, which it was a disaster. That was probably the nicest thing I could say about it. I was so excited to, to have them come out on their own TV show, but as soon as I saw some of the pictures that came out of what they look like, right away I was very, very disappointed. I don't know why. The costuming was just atrocious, and aside from the name, really they didn't look, except for Lockjaw was the only really good thing about it. I mean, I don't understand why people shy away from their masks and their helmets, because they don't wear nothing, right? And it's like saying, Iron Man flies around with no helmet, right? Or that kind of thing, or Peter Parker or Spider-Man swings around with no mask, really. That's just, it's part of their persona, it's part of their character, it's part of what we grew up and loved, and that's what their identity is. I don't understand why they don't get them, right? So, but anyways, enough with that. This is but I still like this book. I think it has lots of potential to go up, especially since Marvel, since Disney is on their way to acquiring. It's almost there. It's literally, I think, any day now. It's not quite there yet. Like it's not actually official. So definitely, when Marvel fully acquires Fox, when Disney fully acquires Fox, Marvel will get the rights back. And then that you will look for the Inhumans to be done correctly in the future, along with the Fantastic Four. So that's why I believe that this book has a lot to going for it. And if you can pick one up for cheap, and they are going a lot cheaper now than they were before, so that's my tip for you guys today. Okay, so that's Fantastic Four number 45, and then the next one on my top 10 is Submariner number 1. Good old Subby. Now, I love this character. I think I think he is very, very underappreciated. This is his first title. On his first title as and as otherwise before he was with Iron Man on one issue, and then before that he showed up in the Fantastic Four. So this is his first series. Great John Buscema cover. So with this, I have a prediction regarding Submariner because of the upcoming Aquaman movie that's coming out at the end of the year. So if that does well, and they were able to do, let's say, an underwater type adventure with Aquaman, look for Marvel to at least feature him in some sense in the universe, in the upcoming Marvel universe. So that's why don't discount him just yet. He might, especially when DC acquires Fox, I believe the rights for him as well will also go there. So yeah, it's another one to definitely look out for. This, I think, is a sleeper issue, so look out for this one. I mean, in super high grades, this thing is definitely going for quite a bit. So, but love I'm a big fan of the Buscema covers, how they have the hero prominently standing, front and center of the cover, and then you can have different things in the background. This is his origin story, by the way, so if you guys haven't never read it. Okay, so the number 3, and this should be no surprise if you've seen any of my videos. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. He's probably my favorite character, right in front of or almost beside Wolverine, right? But he probably just edges ahead because he was first on the scene. And this is the Amazing Spider-Man number 50, first appearance of the Kingpin. Again, this is just like John Buscema cover. This is a lot more dramatic. How with Spider-Man and of course Peter Parker turning away from each other. So This is, this is such an iconic issue. Definitely a huge key and very sought after. Okay, so that's why this has been one of my favorites, and have had such a hard time getting this in the past, just to get it, even in any grade that I can appreciate, because a lot of them, being in the Silver Age. This is 1967 book, right? Oh, just for information's sake, the Fantastic Four 45, that is 1965. So just because I'm featuring Silver Age up to 1970, and of course the Submariner 1, that is 1968. Okay, and of course 1 year earlier, 1967, is Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Great. Again, the key for this book is the fact that this is the first appearance of the Kingpin, and they with Kingpin being the main villain in the Daredevil's Netflix series, they did a fantastic job with him. Wilson Fisk character, fantastic, great job with him. So look for him to come out more in the future of the Netflix series. I believe that he still has more to offer, and I would hope so, because they did him right, and they should definitely continue with him in any small part at least. Okay, so that's another one, of course, with Spider-Man number 50. And now we get into a little bit of DC, and one of my favorites is Batman number 181. This is first appearance of Poison Ivy. Now this is a 1966 book. Okay, so very hard to find this thing in, well, you can find it if you have the money to pay for it, so in higher grade. So but this one is at least this one is intact. It's got the centerfold poster intact, because a lot of times people that, when kids bought these, they would take out the centerfold of Batman and Robin and the poster, centerfold poster, and then they would take it off and then pin it on their wall, right? So but this one, and that's why you a lot of times, if you are interested in this book, make sure, if the ad doesn't say it, make sure you ask if the seller, if the centerfold is intact, because a lot of times it isn't, and then you have an incomplete book. Okay, but this one, even though it is on the lower side of the grade, and it's seen better days, it's still I think it's still a great copy, and it's fully intact with the centerfold in it, and connected at the staple. So that's why it's so I love this cover. And look for her to come out in the, I think she's going to be showing up in the DC cinematic universe sometime in the future, so look out for that. Okay, moving along. This character is awesome. Avengers number 57, first appearance of the Vision. I mean, who doesn't love the Vision, right? It's I think they did a great job with him in the Avengers, how they introduced him, and I think they did a good job. And very likable character, very good. I know he's got a lot more to offer, but in this book, okay, this book came out I believe 1968. It says October 1968, and this is a another John Buscema. You can just tell by the stance. I mean, look how characteristics of John Buscema, how he's got the hero front and center, and then great use of the red color. Fantastic, very sought after key book here. Definitely a good one to have. So if you can pick this up, always a good key issue to add to your collection. All right, so moving right along. So that is number 5. So we're halfway through, and then the next book, of course, this is again, if you've ever watched any of my videos, you'll know why this has to be in my favorite collection. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 33. Just, you know, not only because the late great Steve Ditko, he just passed away this year. You know, what a great cover from him. You know, such a powerful you know, art that he's depicted there of Spider-Man and how hopeless his situation is for him right there. And then of course they did the tribute to that in the Homecoming Spider-Man Homecoming movie too. So as soon as I saw that, I knew what it was right off the bat, and yeah, it was great to see that. But this is you know, there's no big key on this. Just such a great cover, such a great book to have. This was on my 2018 wish list too. I just want to make sure I have this in my collection. All right, so yeah, just a great cover. Okay, so that is number 6, and then moving right along, we've got number 7. This one just came into my possession not too long ago. This is Detective Comics number 359, first Silver Age appearance of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Wow, you know, this is my latest edition, crossing off my 2018 wish list. So happy to have this. It's so hard to acquire this book, especially recently. It's gaining such popularity. She's actually, I don't think she's getting anything anytime soon. You know, DC's been really troublesome as far as where their movies are going. Lots of news, but nothing definite actually happening. You know, news of something is about to be made, and all of a sudden something falls through. Their track record hasn't been that great as of late. With their movies. That's why I think they're having such a hard time actually getting things done properly. So they're a bit of a mess as far as their movies are concerned. So I'm hopefully they put this character in sometime soon and do them right, because I think she's one of the really good characters and fun to have around. Nothing too heavy-handed as far as I'm concerned. You know, needs to be on a lighter scale, I believe, and I think a lot of people and a lot of younger viewers will definitely take to that. So, but this is, you know, such a great cover, such a great book to have, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. This one, this is a 1967 book, so definitely right in the late Silver Age. Okay, and then getting down to the nitty-gritty, the last 3 left. And of course, happy to show you this. This is my Invincible Iron Man number 1, Mr. Tony Stark. This is his first in his series. This is not Iron Man's first appearance. Definitely, I wish I had that to show you. That would definitely make it into my top of anything, but I don't have that. This book came out in 1968. Iconic Gene Colan cover. You know, very striking, especially since he put it in a darker background. His gold and red armor really stands out. So fantastic. So yeah, being the fact that he's the key to the Avengers universe and to the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, as of late, you know, since his start about 10 years ago with Robert Downey Jr., which is doing a great job playing Iron Man. I don't know how they could ever replace him to do that. We really associate him as Iron Man now. So, but yeah, this is definitely one to have if you can get it. It is a really tough book to get in any grade at any price. So, you know, it's not anything I can recommend as far as a tip to get. It's just, you know, guys, if you want it, however you want, you know, if you can get it, definitely it's a good book to add to the collections. It's not something for kind of flipping. So yeah, just for personal personal enjoyment, definitely. All right, so with that, happy to share that with you guys. And then again, being that Spider-Man, like I said, is my favorite character, I want to share this with you guys as well. This is my Amazing Spider-Man number 10 with the Enforcers. Again, a Steve Ditko art, but the cover is Jack Kirby. So, you know, both of them, having them both on here now that Steve Ditko is not with us anymore. This is why this is one of my favorites in the Spider-Man collection, is because this is the earliest Spider-Man that I have in my collection, number 10. So, I mean, I'm hoping to someday get the lower numbers, the single-digit numbers, but that has eluded me for now. So right now, this is the lowest I have of the Spider-Man run, and I'm definitely super happy to have it. You know, really glad to have this in my collection. It's such a great book and character. I definitely, anything Spider-Man, I would love to have a collection, you know, right up to about 100 and plus, maybe up to 129, somewhere around there. But yeah, but since I don't have that, this is just thought you guys want to know that this is the earliest I got in my collection. All right, and this is this one is 1964. Yeah, this came out in 1964 in March, so pretty early in the Silver Age too. So, at least in the 60s. And then we come to the number one, the number uno. As of right now, I would probably say this is my favorite Silver Age Raw in my collection, and this is the FF48, Fantastic Four number 48. First appearance of the Silver Surfer, right? Another of my characters that I love, and also Galactus, his cameo, right, is this one as well. But highly sought after, mega key, and you know, this book is not coming down anytime soon, unfortunately. If you don't already have it, and unless you are willing to fork out some dollars, or you know, you happen to find it in the flea market somewhere, or a garage sale, whatever it is, you know, just one of those kind of lucky breaks, and if you can, you know, I envy you. This is a lot out of reach for a lot of people. I would be too if I hadn't picked it up quite a while ago. So definitely, you know, especially with the rumors and with the inevitable takeover of Disney, of Fox, acquiring Fox, and then of course having the Fantastic Four and all the rights to that, you know, that universe that includes Silver Surfer. And when that all happens, we know, right, we are going to get these fantastic characters in the Marvel Disney universe in the near future. And I think you know, we're all chomping at the bits for that to happen, and as well as myself. You know, I'm right along with that camp, and I can't wait for that to happen. And so people are poising, right, themselves right now. They're positioning themselves to take on that surge, and you know, to be able to take advantage of the market when that eventually happens. And so there is a lot of speculation. That's what's driving the price of this book way up. And you can see that if you just go on eBay and check out the prices that they're going for and check out what they've been selling for, you are pretty much, you know, if you don't already have this, I would say wait. Is my you know, keep a lookout. Definitely keep a lookout if there's one to be had that got away, kind of thing, or you know, does nobody happen to be paying attention for. Definitely use that to your advantage. But wait till after, see what happens, and then, and if for whatever reason things don't go the way it's supposed to, you never know, you might be able to pick it up on the flip side. All right, so guys, that is it. That's my top 10 Silver Age raw comic books, and I thank you very much for sticking with me for that. So stay tuned for more, because of course we've got some Bronze Age goodies, Modern Age goodies to come still. So I still have those to cover. So stay tuned for that coming up. So, and if you want to make sure that we keep these videos going, again, you know, make sure you you send a like on my channel on this video. Again, I'd also like to give a special shout outs to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for being a part of my my channel. You should see some of the new subscribers' names on the screen shortly. And of course, if you also want to be if you want to have a shout out and your name on my future videos, all you have to do is subscribe. That's it. That's all I ask for. Okay, again, make sure you hit that like button. That tells me that I'm on the right track, and I should, you know, definitely be making more of these videos, as well as making sure that you don't miss any of the future videos. Ring that notification bell, and always leave your comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your favorite you know, raw Silver Age book is. I'd love to hear it, you know, and join the discussion. I always make sure I respond to you guys, you know, leaving your comments. I think that's a great thing, and of course telling me all your thoughts. All right, so guys, that's all I have for you for today. Look out for the next videos, and while you guys are out there collecting all your great Silver Age keys, such as these fine ones, I know you have your own favorites. These are mine. Okay, make sure you guys enjoy the hunt. So on behalf of Mark III, my beloved sidekick, Comic Sniper here, signing off for now. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.